Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Planet X, a third-party company, and they made Vulcun. Vulcun is their take on Grimlock, and this is full of Cybertron, which I really like the design. I do have the Hasbro Voyager class Grimlock. Unfortunately, it's somewhere in storage. But yeah, after seeing this one, actually, Type V2 recommend this particular figure, and yeah, I'm sold. I went ahead and got it from Biba Toy Store. Here we go. We got the nice shot of the torso in the front here, onto the side, onto the back. Really cool. Some specs here, which I cannot read. Well, actually, it does in English here. Choking hazards. And on the bottom, this retails over $100. It is quite expensive. It is a big figure though, and it's just something that you have to consider, especially when you are buying third-party Transformer figures. Anyways, that's for the box. Let's take a look at the figure. Right, so we have Vulcun here, and he stands about 8.5 inch up to the shoulder right there, about 8 inch up to the top of the head. Yeah, it's quite tall, really nice. And there's some features, one of which I really like is the light piping. So if you shine a light on the backside here, you got some light piping on the eyes as well as the side of the chest here. Really cool. Yep. I just want to demonstrate it really quickly, and other than that, let's go over articulation. So when you get it out of the box, he comes in robot mode, and in which you have really good articulation on the neck here. Quite nice. You have the shoulder articulation here. You got the swivel, and yeah. There is some movement here, which is kind of part of his transformation. You can move this up, but that's a bit later on. And you have a elbow bend, which is great. And I like this since it covers most of the gaps. I mean, there's a little bit, but there's no huge gaps as you bend the elbow here. That's really cool. And now you have the wrist movement here, and you do have a bit of a hand joint there. Yep. Torso wise, there's no movement there. But you do have a waist swivel here. Then you have your legs, more waist movement. So that's a fairly good movement there. You do have a thigh swivel right here. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention there is a bicep swivel here as well. Yep. The knee has some ratcheting joint on their side, actually double jointed, and just depends on when you bend it. You get about 90 degree, but if you kind of move this aside, you probably get a little bit more. But this backside or the tail does get in the way. So it's a little bit limiting, but I mean, for the most part, you get that knee. He can kneel down and kind of like do the Iron Man pose there. That's fairly good. I like that. Let me just align this up. Tabs here. Then you have the joint here for the foot. It does have a ball joint right there, so you can swivel this side to side for wide stance. Yep. And this knee here, the knee pad does move as well, so that's good. Yes, it's really huge. Now this one does not have any die-cast parts. It's mostly plastic, little bits of screws here and there. But he does have some weight on him with all that plastic, and it's nice. I really like this. It looks really cool. And on top of that, let's go over his weapons. So we have this sword here. I'm not sure if there's actually a name for this. I like Transformers, but I haven't really followed any shows or comics, so in a sense this is a bit of a blind review yet again. So for this one, you just flip this down, which allows you to easily slide this down on the hand here. So kind of open up a little bit. There we go. And close that in. On the other side, you have this huge shield. Really cool. And you have the handle here. I wonder if you can actually pop this out. Kind of curious. And seems like you can also attach the sword here to go with that. So you can hide the sword behind the shield. There we go. And this thing goes here on the other side. There we go. And it's back here. So really cool accessories. I can't quite remember if the Voyager has the shield, but it's not as big as this. This shield is pretty much 2/3 of its body. A really nice shield. There you go. Now next up, let's do the transformation to Dino mode. Alright, to do that, let's go ahead and remove these weapons. There we go. So there's several ways to go around this. You can start from the top, you can start from the bottom. But yeah, it just depends whichever you feel like it. But we'll start from the bottom as the instructions tell us to. So here, we're gonna flip this pads up. Here we go. And let's see if I can remember this. Open this up, back part of the tail. Gonna move it out of the way. Then this whole thing just folds back. There we go. I had a little trouble the first time getting it back there. It was a little too stiff, but manage. There we go. Kind of bend this knee over. Same thing here. And that's it for the bottom section for now. Then actually, you know what? Actually, we can keep going. So the next part actually is getting this over. It's a little sketchy how they did this, because you gotta have this lever go over, and you have to bend this way. Same thing on the other side. It's just kind of hokey. It feels like it's gonna break, but it does not. So once you get that over here, we'll hold off because we still have to work on the top part. Now for the legs here, or the arms that turns into legs, we're gonna cover the hand. And I really like how they did this. You just push this down. There we go. It's not like you have to push the whole fist towards the forearm. So that's really cool. Turn this around. There we go. Same thing on the other side. Yep. And I really like the details on this, like the red parts, the molding. Just overall, it's great. The gold is not too bad either. Like these sections are painted. This is the actual plastic. They all look the same, which is good. And the next part is, let's see here. Well, we'll be working on the head here. Alright, so for the head, let's flip this up. You can actually move this about. We're gonna open the hatch, or the chest cavity here. It's actually a tab. And you open it up. And you fold this down a bit so we can have this. You bring out the head up here. You close this back down here. And make sure you line up the tabs again. There we go. Now, let's see if I remember this. this actually whole torso here brings down. I wasn't clear on the instruction, but that's what we're gonna do. So gonna bring it out. There's a little bit of space here that you can use. Then just getting this whole thing to go down. Seems to be stuck. Come on. Why am I having troubles with this? Oops. Maybe some plastic's getting stuck. There we go. Patience. So from here it goes down. There we go. And from here we're gonna twist this around. There's a swivel point right there, and you kind of turn it around. There we go. Put this over the head. It doesn't clip in yet. It's mostly on the back side. You push the head up here. There we go. Then we're gonna close the neck side here. There we go. Push this down. And I like how it closes up all the gaps. It's nice. Alright, now the back side. This I find a little bit troublesome. Actually, we can lift this up now. There we go. Yeah, I find this section a little troublesome, so here we go. Start bending this forward here. And I might as well work on the tail. So the tail, usually you'll see them side to side, left and right, but this is actually top and bottom. So we just open this up. There we go. You get the other side. You open it up. And let's see. This is probably the one on top. And this is one on the bottom. Right, let's see here. Probably best to align this top or the top part here. So there's tabs or pegs. There we go. And we're just gonna align this. So there's a tab here, and actually there's another tab here, and a tab on the tip. And we're just gonna align this somehow. Oh, there we go. There's another hinge here, which gives you a little bit more, which is what you need to get it aligned in the middle. And you just start pushing it together. There we go. That's one. That's another one here. That's one side, and let's do the other side here. There we go. And one thing I like about this, again, it's fully covered, and you have that articulation. That's really cool. You know, from the two pieces, you put it together. All right, and this part here, we're just gonna collapse. There we go. Work with that ratchet. All right, let's see here. So there's tabs on the top here, which we're gonna align, and there we go. Just gonna bring this whole thing down. There we go. It's like a sandwich. And there's a tab on the side here, which I find that doesn't quite stick well. There we go. So this side here and the other side, you gotta align that tab and just get it in that position. And I always have that problem getting it all aligned. Come on. Sometimes it's aligned and the other side does not want to. this top part here. Alright, let me fix that one. Alright, so after you line it all up, it's a little tricky. That's probably one thing I didn't really like about this, other than shifting this whole leg over that, or the tail over the leg before. Yeah, this seems to pop off, and as you can see, the gap kind of widens, and as you try to fix this, you know, other things start popping out. Yeah, like this is supposed to lock in place, but once you get everything there, yeah, it's not too bad. And actually it looks great. You know, from the other side, most of it is covered up, not much gaps here and there. Now for articulation, I'll start with the head here, looking great. And not sure if you're gonna get light piping. You kind of do from the other side of the eyes, and as well as from the top part of the nose here. And a nicely painted set of teeth, really cool. There is a blaster tongue here, which is great. And let's see how far we can open up this mouth here. There we go. Quite big. You do have a neck articulation here as well. You do have a little bit of a swivel, so you can have a Grimlock look onto the side. And up a little bit and down. There we go. Although I still having a little fun with this this panels here. It tends not to work with me at the moment. Anyways, we have the little hands here. It is articulated on the elbow. It's ball jointed with a hinge. Actually, it's a straight peg. The straight peg there with a hinge. Yep. And the fingers here, it seems like it's connected. These two fingers on top, it's on a clip. But we are able to move that, so that's great. And we have the backside here. There are some huge boosters or thrusters over there, and you can move that up. That looks really cool. Which this was the knee when it's in robot mode. Some nice details here. I like that. Like it's a turbine, or the basically his leg joint there. I like it, and I like how they place the screws right there on the joint. And we have the elbow, or it was the elbow, but now the knee. And again, really good range of articulation there. And I don't think you have an ankle tilt here. Kind of wish it does, but I guess you can post Grimlock like so. Moving on the back here, you still see a bit of the legs here, but it's not that bad actually. And you have the sail here, which has quite a bit of articulation. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 segments there. Quite nice. You can move up a little bit and down based on this joint there onto the underside. There we go. There seems to be a peg here, and I guess you can mount this when it was on the back. I forgot to show that, but you can put the shield on the back. Yep. Otherwise, when in his Dino mode, you can actually put his weapons on him. You got a peg here, mounted on this side here. And you have the shield on the other side, which I find really odd. Why would carry them? But that's an added gimmick, and Actually, I like him on the Dino mode. You can have everything on him, which is cool. Although on this particular one, either way, either if you're in the Dino mode or in the robot mode, they both look great. I really like this. Yeah, this is quite awesome. Really great depiction of Grimlock, especially for the full of Cybertron version. Really amazing, and I would highly recommend getting this. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store. I think it's currently sold out, but you might be able to get it from other sources. Well, TF Source is probably one. I think it might be still available there, or maybe they're gonna do another batch. But yeah, definitely well worth picking up. It's really cool, and this is the Grimlock figure that I've been looking for. You know, other than the Voyager class, which was great, but this beats it by a long shot. It's really amazing. Anyways, that's about it for my review. Hope you guys like it. And if you have any questions regarding the figure, I'll try my best to answer that for you. Otherwise, that's about it. So until then, this is Speeds. Thanks for watching.